Have you guys ever gotten a response from the creditor after you either hired a credit repair company or you've tried to repair credit on your own, where the creditor states on your account status of the account that was disputed, that it was charged off as bad debt, or the account has already been resolved and the item has came back as verified? Well, there is an actual law that they violated when they did that. If you have disputed an account and the account came back as verified from the creditor, well, the creditor has to follow 15 USC section 1681D section A. And what that states is that they need to disclose how they investigated that item. And it gets a little bit more complicated. But if the creditor has not sent you written correspondence within 3 days after the initial request of the dispute, and they have to prove that they sent you that, and how would they do that? My guess is by certified mail. So oftentimes people on YouTube, they tell you to dispute things by certified mail. I don't do it. I don't believe in cutting down trees. The Bureau can do it. They could send you investigation results in writing. They have to, but you don't have to. There's a way to bypass that, to do it electronically, okay? To send your disputes, to make sure that they get a timestamp on that electronic dispute through their websites, through the backlinks, which I've discussed in other videos. These special links, these URLs, only internal sources or skilled people like myself have access to. And those are the methods that we use at Pinnacle to basically get those items off. Now, the trick is to get the bureaus to send you the certified mail or mail, so you can prove, so they can prove that they actually followed compliance. And so my whole strategy with repairing credit is getting the creditors to play your game. Don't play their game. So it's just a tug of war when you're working with these bureaus. The bureaus do, I guess, communicate with one another. It makes sense why some bureaus would be more negligent than others, because they all can be negligent at any time, because there's 3 bureaus and 1 creditor, and then there's you. There's always going to be multiple lines of communication with those bureaus, so you can't be confused. You need to hire a professional. There's just so much to credit repair that a lot of people don't know. There's no way in hell I could just post a YouTube video where you can grasp all of it. But I leave these videos so you guys can see we know what we're doing. We can address any situation, any problem. I'm literally telling you, any problem that you have, I've been through it before. I'm willing to bet. If I was a betting person, which I'm not, but for the sake of argument, I'm willing to bet I can fix your problem. I've been through it countless of times. So when an item comes back as verified as accurate, okay, they have to prove how they verified the item. And there's a criteria on how they have to prove it. And then there's a time frame they have to do it as well. So if they don't have those pieces of the pie, then guess what? There's no pie. So these are one of the many things that you guys should pay attention to. So if you're curious as to, is it possible to repair credit if the item came back as verified? Because some people give up at that point and say, oh, no one can fix it because other companies have gotten that far, but they didn't go that far. Well, there's a reason for that. You have to continue to go and follow the process. There is a process and a protocol to remove every single item, no matter how the creditor responds, because in the end game, it will get deleted.